We're going to go over how to get the rear naked choke off the mount position, but before we do that, I just want to go over the proper technique, how to execute that choke. So, when you're going for the rear naked choke, what you want to do is, you want your arm, you don't want to be on the windpipe, you want to be on the carotid arteries. So, when I bring my arm around Joey's neck here, I make sure the point of my elbow is underneath the point of his chin. Okay, it's like a V on his neck. Now, I grab my bicep, I put my hand behind the head. All I'm doing is touching my elbows together. So, we snake it around. Again, the point of my elbow underneath the point of the chin, a V on the neck. Bicep, hand behind the head, touch your elbows together. Right there. Shouldn't hurt at all on your partner. It just constricts on the neck, closes the carotid arteries, puts him to sleep. So we snake it around. Okay, not the windpipe, the carotid arteries. Bicep, hand behind the head, and squeeze. Just a little tip. Sometimes if you're going for this and he grabs the arm, we can take this arm out and replace it with the other arm. Bicep, hand behind the head, elbow to elbow. Okay, like you're hugging your own chest, elbow to elbow. Now, I'm mounted, I'm raining down punches. Like I said, there's one or two things he's going to do. If he brings his arms up, we take that shoulder lock. He's going to expose his back. When he goes to expose his back, which whenever he rolls, first thing I want to do is, again, hands on the floor, the ground's there to help me stay on top, maintain my mount. So as he rolls over, I'm going to move slightly up his back. What I do is, I point my toes, this is crucial, I point my toes right above his knees. Not on top, just above his knees, not below. Now what that does is, I want to get my hooks in before I choke him. So as he comes up, when he goes to come up, I let my feet fall right inside here. Now when I put my pelvis forward, I've got my hooks inside, nice and tight. Now I'm going to secure that choke. Bring my arm underneath, just the same way I just showed. Bicep, hand behind the head, and squeeze. It's important to point these toes in. The reason being, if I have a full-blown choke and he goes to get up, I could lose the position and roll right off him. Especially in the fight, he's going to have his adrenaline pumping. You're going to have to get those hooks in immediately. That's why it's a good rule of thumb to get the hooks in first, choke second. That's why it's a good rule of thumb to get the hooks in first, choke second. He goes to get up, hooks fall right in. Now, usually, if I put my pelvis forward, I can flatten him out this way. Just in case he's a strong guy, and I feel like I can't flatten him out, I'm just going to come underneath one of his arms, into his armpit here, grab his wrist. I'm going to pull his hand towards my knee. Now I put my pelvis forward, destroy his base. Now I got him flattened out here. Now, slide the hand underneath and around. Okay, the V on his neck, hand on the bicep, hand behind the head, and squeeze. So I'm here, I'm raining down punches, he's giving up his back. Ground's there to help me stay on top. I widen my knees, move slightly up his back, point my toes in. Okay? Again, we want to maintain control when we have that choke. So we get our hooks in first, choke second. So, he goes to get up, I got my toes pointed in, get my legs inside his, I get my hooks. Now, come underneath, pull his hand towards his knee, put your pelvis forward, flatten him out. Come underneath. Bicep, hand behind the head, touch your elbows together and squeeze. Now we're going to go over a different variation of the arm lock when the guy goes to throw you off to the side. Now, I'm mounted. Joey goes to throw me off to the side. So, as he goes to throw me off, what I want to do is my forearm is going to base out. This arm is just going to secure his. Now, as he goes to throw me, I base on my shoulder. My one leg, my far leg is underneath his body now. As he continues to go, I'm just going to hook onto his head. Notice I got the weight on my shoulder. Now both my legs are going to be bent, heels back towards my butt. Now I secure his wrist, pelvis to the floor, take that arm lock. So I'm here. He goes to throw me off to the side. Forearm bases out. Now my shoulder's going to touch the floor and I secure his arm by the forearm. When I'm here, my leg hooks underneath into his armpit. My leg that's in front is going to hook on his head here. Now, my heels are to my butt. I control that wrist. I bring my pelvis to the floor and take the arm lock. So, Joey goes to throw me off. When he throws me off, I base, secure that forearm, armpit. Very important here, guys. Let's say if his head comes up, I'm going to be hooking it. Okay, like so. I bring my heels to my butt so he can't leave. Control that wrist and take. Sometimes when he throws me off, I hook here and his head doesn't come up. So I have nothing to hook. I just want to bring my shin here. I use my foot. I hook right behind his neck. I can take the arm lock right from here. I just put my pelvis to the floor, slightly lift up his wrist. He's done. I hyperextend the elbow. Sometimes I'll start here, and then as the head comes up, I hook it right there. And we take. It's very important when you're practicing this one, have your partner throw you off and go to get up. If Joey just throws me off and doesn't move, he throws me off to the side like this, I might not be able to get the arm lock, but I don't need to. I could just swim through his arms and come back to mount. So he's going to have to give me the right energy by going to throw me off, going belly down, and getting up. So, we're here, he throws me off to the side, I base out, secure that forearm. Now my leg gets under his body because he's trying to get up. And we're here, taking the arm lock. If his head's down, we hook right behind his neck.